So, Deck, let me start off just generally. I'm sure people told you about what to expect, spring training, but how is it measured up to what, you thought it would be or what people told you it would be?
I mean, they were pretty much spot on. It's early mornings, long days, but it's necessary evil. It's part of the getting back into it process. We have a longer off season here in pro ball than I did in college and stuff, so you need a little bit more time to kind of get reacclimated with the game.
What other than the length of the days, what are the biggest differences that between what you did to get ready at Georgia Tech and here?
I mean, everything's pretty much the same. It's just more time doing it here. I mean, there's no class to go to and no homework to get done. It's just you wake up and you play baseball. It's kind of my job now, and it's an honor to have that be the case, and it's been really fun so far.
I was saying, you probably grew up, right, waiting for this. Is it hard not to get too ahead of yourself? Understanding that you got to put all this work in. I mean, pitchers I know report ridiculously early,
yeah.
And you haven't done anything yet, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a lifelong goal. I mean, it has been for, I'm sure, everybody in that clubhouse, and I'm just, I'm blessed that it worked out. Everything worked out, all the hard work paid off, and all that stuff. And so right now, I'm really, really looking forward to my first pro season.
Now you got some time over on the big league side. I know it was brief, but how was that just from a motivating you standpoint to see how things go over there?
Well, I think it was an awesome experience. Everybody over at Big League Camp, they included me. I wasn't treated like an outsider or anything, and so everybody gave me, their little hints and tidbits on how they go through their routines and how they prepare for not only the season in spring training, but each and every day, how they prepare for a start, how they prepare for a side, a bullpen, whatever. And so it was just a great experience to get to learn from guys that have 5, 6, some even 10 years on me of experience, not just in professional baseball, but at professional baseball's highest level.
What's been the biggest thing you picked up so far? Something that, obviously you had a tremendous amount of success in college, but there's something that you're like, wow, this is going to be a changer for me.
How to manage my throwing, how much I throw on any given day. I was always kind of a thrower. If I was working on something, I'd go out every day and work on it. Throw, gosh, who knows how many pitches on the foul line, just trying to work on that one thing. And I've been working on a little bit of a cutter here, but I've also learned from some of those older guys that just because I'm working on that cutter doesn't mean I have to go through 100 of them every day. It's a long year, it's a long season, it's a long spring training, and a lot of the guys here have done a really good job of putting that in perspective for me, a guy that's used to playing 60 games. So that's been absolutely the biggest thing so far.
Right. It sounds like you got the memo. It's one thing they always tell people, right? Is that first long, season is long, and there's that wall you're going to hit.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about that, or the fact that you've sort of learned to manage your throwing? You feel more prepared for that than you would have been?
I mean, I feel like I'm prepared for it. I mean, shoot, in a 60-game season in college, there were times where I hit a wall. It's just all about how you handle that wall that's going to determine how successful you are. And, I think that those guys have, talking to them and learning how, what they went through, how they handled it well, how they didn't handle it well, I think it's given me a big leg up on how to handle this season.
And a big difference between pitching every Friday and pitching every fifth day, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's actually one thing I'm really looking forward to is staying a little bit sharper, on the 5-day rotation than having a week. I feel like it's actually a little long.
Have they given you any indication what's going to happen?
Nope. Everybody will know at the same time, I think. Right now, the only thing they've said is one of the full season teams. So, just trying to go out there right now and get my stuff back to where it needs to be to start the year, and just work on some little things here and there.
In the back of your head, if you got to stay here, you'd be all right with that?
I think I'd be okay with that.
You think you'd be okay? obviously you're here for a while where it's just workouts and throwing, and then you get intra squads. I know games have started. I mean, do you sense a greater buzz, more excitement with yourself and the guys in that clubhouse that you're actually playing now?
Oh yeah. Once you get through the camp days, everything kind of picks up a little bit. I mean, it's just long days. It's just a lot of stuff that you kind of have to go back over and rework out with, with first just the pitchers and catchers. Then you go back over the same stuff with the pitchers, catchers, and position players. And then once game starts, it's kind of like you're starting that means to an end. But it's, everybody's excited to be here. Everybody's excited to start another season, and everybody's ready to get after it.
Last question for you. Guys from your draft class, either here or even other teams that you faced or played with, various summer things. And have you sort of kept tabs with them as they're going through this same experience of first spring training?
Yeah, I mean, there's all the guys from Georgia Tech and I still talk pretty regularly, whether over text, phone calls, or words with friends. We all try and stay in touch as much as possible, and then all the guys in that locker room, we're all real close. I mean, it doesn't matter whether they were drafted in 06 or 2010. I mean, we're all here for the same reason, and we're all just trying to help each other get better. And I mean, it's the same way kind of around the league. There's guys I've stayed in touch with, bumped into, whatever. And it's a small fraternity, the whole playing baseball for a living thing. And so, everybody's really cool, and it's really cool to see how people progress.
Great. Thank you.